This brake line probably ought to be replaced. Yeah. It's pretty fossilized. It won't be so bad. We'll bleed out all these brakes. We'll probably have to replace all the rubber in the brake system. 50 years. Yes, we know it's leaking. There's drips, there's runs down the thing. It does come off, and we see
obviously
all the evidence.
Obviously, it's a mess in there.
Yep.
Okay, so it needs a wheel cylinder.
It looks like it might be a salvageable drum.
Oh yeah, drum's fine. We'll make that drum.
You ready?
If somebody wants to see how it's done, they can slow it down, stop,
okay.
Whatever.
Drum brakes, simple, to the point. The first thing is these retainers. There's a nub on the back, so you hold your finger on the back, you feel the head. It's like a nail.
It's like a nail,
but it's got a thing here. So you put this on, push down the spring, turn 90 degrees, and it should release. There you go. If you can't get your drums off because they have a ridge that's catching back here and it won't release, you can take a cold chisel and cut these off of the back. The brake shoes will do this, and it'll come right off, and all you have to replace is these. You get a brake hardware kit, get all the shit. On a car this old, looks like this. I don't know, we'll clean them up. That might be more brake
I don't think they're
garbage than rust.
I don't think they're real expensive. Okay.
I don't know. They're not. They used to not be. Maybe they are now. This tool makes it easy to take these springs off, but a screwdriver will do it as well. This is fancier. Okay. These springs look like they're the same on both sides. We've got our video for reference of how to go back together. Whoever did this did it right. The short shoes on the front, long shoes on the back. This is your self-adjuster.
Well, it's an adjuster and a self-adjuster.
It looks good. Everything's here. Just observe. If you've never done it, obviously take a picture or whatever. Take your time with it. There's not much to this once you learn drum brakes. They work real good. Your emergency brake is on, I think. But
Want a pair of pliers to pull it back? You
no.
did it by hand. Okay. A bunch of greasy, terrible looking shoes.
I don't know. Brake clean might clean them up more.
She sprayed it off with brake clean to get a lot of that mess off there. Oh yeah, that's
not so good.
No good. A lot of times you wouldn't want to do that. You'd want to stop it from coming out, but this is all really nasty old fluid. Oh yeah. Yeah, see, there's the piston, and there's a spring in there, and then there's a cup that goes on that piston that seals it. But it already fell out. Here it goes. You see what the problem is. They put those things there to keep the wheel cylinders from exploding. Yep. See, and that's the cup. Show the seal.
See the black?
Yeah, see, that's the seal that goes behind the cup. Oh, we didn't get it on the camera there. That's the seal that goes behind the cup, and that's the piston. And
see, this black is.
Oh, that's yeah. And if you were to hone that wheel cylinder, it'd probably be all full of pits and everything. It'd be no good.
Well, we're gonna find out. It feels really grimy. No wonder it was leaking.
Yeah, it's no good. There's water down in there.
You just want to take it off and get a replacement?
Yeah. I'm gonna get new wheel cylinders.
All right, we'll do
I'm
that.
not gonna leave those on there. It's terrible. All right. And I have no problem running drum brakes. I know a lot of people think you can't use them anymore. They're no good. They didn't stop. But you know, they actually do work fairly well.
Well, people neglect them and then they suck. Old things that are neglected don't work as good as new things that are being taken care of.
Okay, this is the wheel cylinder. Kim took it off, and here it is. There's the bleeder. That's where the line goes. Focus. That's where the line goes in. Here's the bore, and this bore is a mess. It's had water or something in there. I mean, you couldn't hone that and make it good. If they're just, when we used to do brake jobs with the drum brakes, they probably weren't full of water. They're probably working brakes that were just wearing out. You know, the linings were wearing out. So we pull the wheel cylinder apart, run a hone through it, and then put new parts in.
Got the old-fashioned
See, those drums have fins on them. Little cooling fins.
Ooh, those are nice and wide.
How does that look?
I mean, it's
No hair. You know, they say, we used to say there's hair on it. You'd see like, it looks like metal hair. And that's when the bearing's wearing out.
Timken.
Okay, it does. I could see it.
I'm not. This doesn't need rebuilt. It's dry. We'll just.
Doesn't look dry up around the wheel cylinder, does it?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah, that's just the grease from the bearing. Now this, okay, this is the thing that we need to take care of.
Oh, that's no good, obviously.
And then it's the same garbage at the other end.
Okay.
Hopefully this line can be salvaged still. I don't know. But that hose, that's the 11 3/4 inch hose that we have to place on order at our local parts store. Because that's like $100.
Yeah, I know. We don't have extra $100.
Well, we need to get a new sending unit, so.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not hammering because I needed to hit it hard. I'm hammering because I want to.
Yeah, you're trying to loosen the. Trying to jar it around a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Vibrating. I want to show what a line wrench is. This is a line wrench. See, it goes over the top of the tube and then it slides down over. But see, it's still got 6 points, so it's unlikely to round off a nut like an open end wrench is. Is it still twisting the line?
Nah, I think it's given up. Don't hurt yourself. Okay. Here we go. Now this is disconnected. We just have to take this. God, you can't see anything.
That's about what I said. Can't see anything.
I can barely see what I'm doing, let alone show somebody.
This is the hose that was on there, the brake hose, and you see it's no good at that end, no good at that end. It's a mess. There's a bearing. Fuck, it's not being nice.
Yeah, you're collapsing that bucket.
I know, it's not what I want. There's an inner bearing that's stuck inside this drum. Inner bearing and a seal.
Yep.
Okay, the easy way to get that off, put the drum back on. Okay, let me grab the nut.
Whoa, it worked! That was amazing!
And usually when you do it like that, you save the seal. If you use a seal removal tool that goes in and pries the seal out, you'll probably ruin the seal. This might be savable. We don't know till we clean it all up.
That's a dirty rag!
I set it with the seal down so it's not...
Alright.
No, that's got to be clean anyway.
Looks good. You want to do the brake cleany brake part?
No.
No? Everybody loves brake clean. Let's find it. Here it is, here it is, here it is. Next to all our used...
I don't know why I had such a hard time getting that drum back on. Does it have a ridge on it or something?
Maybe, but those shoes are really nice and... Those shoes are...
Because the self-adjusters have kept them out real nice. When I used to do brake jobs like 50 years ago, we'd be outside Instead of using brake clean, well, we started using that. We probably had 5-gallon pails. But at first, we take an air hose and just blow all that stuff out of there.
Yeah,
and
that's...
back then, the shoes are made out of asbestos. We just breathe it because we didn't know any better.
That's good for you. Put hair on your chest.
They were asbestos, and that grinding, that you couldn't even see across the room. There's so much asbestos dust. God,
Well,
that's the way it used to be.
That stuff was good for you back then. Today's asbestos is just not